We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Good morning, traders. How are you? I hope you are well. The sun is shining here. Guys, today is Wednesday, the 21st of September, in case you wasn't sure and you didn't know what day of the week it is. Trading can do that to you. And welcome to the live stream, guys. Welcome to Wednesday's live stream. Do them every Wednesday at the same time before the London session, so we can prepare you for the markets for that day. As always, guys, we will look back at yesterday's trade. We'll look at today's potential trades, and we'll also look at some other interesting things in the market. We'll look at the news, the important news for today. Obviously, we've got the Fed interest rate decision this evening. That is going to make the markets go bananas. So probably make sure you're out of a trade before then. And what else are we going to do? We're going to show you the news. And we're going to answer as many of your questions as we can, guys. All right. So we're going to do all of these things. If you want to leave a question, guys, obviously just put your question in the comments below. So anything to do with trading. Maybe you're in a currency pair that you're struggling with and would like some advice. How I'm viewing that pair. So anything you like about trading, guys. Could be the psychology, could be money management, could be technicals, could be fundamentals, could be indicators, although I don't use indicators. So, but I've used many indicators, guys, so I can speak to you about them. Anything you like about trading, guys. All right. So put your questions in the comments below, guys. And also, if you would like to, you can come on to this live stream and actually speak to me one-to-one. We can have a chat about trading. We can answer a few of your questions. I'm sure it'll be interesting to everyone else watching as well. So if you would like to do that, there is a link. There's a link below. There's a link in the comments below the vid. You'll find the link. It will say, if you want to come and join Tom. What does it say? Join the live and talk to Tom. So if you're interested in doing that, guys, you can click on that link, and you will appear on my screen as if magic has happened. What else? And one more thing, guys, our Discord channel. Our Discord channel is in the description below the video, our video description. And again, we just encouraging people to come on there. Again, talk about your trades. Talk about anything to do with trading, guys. All right, so join the Discord channel as well. I'm looking at two screens, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking at two screens. So right, but let's start, as we always do, guys, with a look back at yesterday's trades. And also, as part of Simply Forex now, guys, because you guys have asked me to look at Bitcoin, gold, oil, some of the indices like the NASDAQ, the S&P. I'm now going to start looking at those pairs as well, guys, because, I'm a technical trader, so I can apply any of my technical analysis to any market. The fundamentals, the technicals are the same for that market. All right. So, so yesterday, one of our trade ideas was Bitcoin. Okay, so we were looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar. So let's start with this. So guys, one of our trade ideas was Bitcoin against the US dollar. And what you're looking at here is the day chart. Okay, if you're never sure which time frame I'm looking at, you can always see it here, guys. Let me just, as you can see it here. You can see the day chart here. Okay, guys, because we had a viewer yesterday, she wasn't sure which time frame we were on. But if you look in the top left-hand corner, you can always see the time frame that I'm on. Okay, it's also here. Okay, so guys, Bitcoin US dollar. We were looking to buy this pair for the following reasons. All right, so price was in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then price shot up like a rocket. That's the only thing I could think of what shoots up. Okay, and it broke this high here, guys. All right, so for me, price is now in an uptrend. Okay, and then price came all the way back down and tested this grey zone. Okay, all right, so we're in an uptrend and it's now testing these last lows here. Okay, so let's zoom in now. Yeah, okay, didn't zoom in that much to be honest, but at least my head is not in the way today. That's what I like about a live stream, no head. Okay, so then price come down to this grey zone here, guys, which was this last area of support. And then we got this candle form, okay? So it's a red bearish candle, but look at the wick. Look at the wick on that candle. That has totally rejected that area of support and pushed back up. Okay, so for that reason, yeah, we were looking to buy this pair. Remember, your day chart is always your why. Why am I buying this pair? Why am I shorting this pair? Or why am I staying the hell out of this pair? All right, but I was looking for longs. Okay, and then we had the targets here. We had this target here and even this target here, guys. Okay, these blue lines. All right, so that was, yeah, we were looking for longs, guys. And then let's go down to the H1 to see if any of our criteria was met. And for me, guys, it wasn't. So price didn't quite come down to this grey zone. So we didn't have a trade here. And then the other idea was this. We wanted price to come up, break out of this grey zone, retest before we start taking price higher. All right. And as you can see, guys, with this pair, neither of those things happened. All right. So I think this trade is still on for today. If you go back to the day chart, yeah, this candle here is actually an inside candle. Okay, and this can mean a change in direction. Okay, so price is coming down, it could come back up. Okay, so yeah, we look at inside candles, we look at many different things as part of our mentorship program, guys. So if you are interested in further mentoring from myself, then please get in touch. Yeah, you can email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. All right, but back to the trade. If we go back to the H1 chart, so yeah, I still think this trade is on, and I still think the grey zones are intact. Yeah, I still want price to come down to here and react, or price to do this. Okay, but for yesterday we just didn't have a trade. Neither of our criteria was met. So no trade on Bitcoin, US dollar. But maybe you did, guys. Let me know how you traded this pair, if you did. All right, guys, so that was the first trade from yesterday. The second trade was this. This was the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, okay? And this is a against trend trade, an ATT, just made that up. All right, so this was against trend, because you can clearly see this is in an uptrend, yeah? Yeah, you don't have to be Warren Buffett. This is clearly in an uptrend, but it's so overbought. Yeah, it's so overbought. It's quite the distance from the moving average 20 as well. So for those reasons, guys, I was looking at taking which is unlike me, I was looking at taking a trade against trend. Okay, so price was totally overbought, and then we've had these three candles here form. So the first one is clearly very bearish. We had a rejection wick on this one, and then this candle broke these lows. Okay, and then we also had this candle, guys, that just told me sellers are still in control. All right, so the idea was to take price from our grey zone to come down lower, potentially to this 147 level or even this 146 level. All right, so that was the idea, guys, on Swiss franc Japanese yen. But as you can see, yeah, price had slightly other ideas. Okay, because of this green candle now, I expect price to come back up to here, test these highs before it comes back down. Okay, but obviously that is quite a few days away. But let's just look at our trade, guys, to see if we could get in on this pair. So we were looking for shorts on the day chart. If we go down to the H1, yeah, you will see that, yeah, by the time I was looking at trading, yeah, the London or European Open, we then had this candle, guys. Yeah, so we had this candle form. It closed back into our grey zone. So I actually entered on this candle. Okay, so I got a slight retrace. Okay, so I've got a slight retrace up to here. I put my stop above this high, and I actually made my risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, so once price come down, you can clearly see there's an area of support here, guys, yeah, with these H1 levels. So once it got back down into this level, I closed 80% of the trade here. All right, and then I was going to let 20% run. As you can see, my 20% got taken out up here. Okay, but a couple of things with this trade, guys. So that's how I traded it. So I made profit. I closed my 80% as soon as I got my risk to reward of roughly 1:1. It was a bit more than 1:1. And then 20% I got taken out here. My 20% got taken out up here. Okay, no problem. I've already secured some profit. This is why we like the 80-20 idea. But in hindsight, guys, yeah, I think I was a little bit fortunate to get my risk to reward of 1:1, because once price, look at the H1 structure, okay, price come all the way up to here, and then arguably this area was a clear zone that price could have come down and then reacted upwards. Okay, so there was that zone and this zone. All right, guys, but yeah, so it was slightly a risky trade for those reasons, guys, because the H1 structure was not with me. All right, and eventually that's why the 20% got taken out. So I'm telling you, I was a little bit fortuitous to get in here, just take my 80% down to here. All right, because price could have quite easily reacted at this level and gone up. Instead, it reacted at the lower level. All right, but yeah, we made money, guys. Yeah, that's what it just goes to show, guys, how important this securing 80% profit is. Yeah, once we secure 80% profit, it's not carefree trading, but it just gives you, you know, even if you get stopped out with your 20%, you've still made profit. Yeah, because you've closed the majority of the trade. So if you, like me, you know, struggle to let 100% of the trade run, then use this technique. Yeah, even if you wanted to, you could close 50% of the trade and leave 50% to run. Yeah, and then if your risk to reward is 1:1, once you get back up to your stop, you will be break even. Yeah, okay, but it's up to you. You can play with that idea, but yeah, it helps me let my trades run. Okay, and obviously with the first initial trade of 80%, I have a very good win rate. Yeah, because I'm just looking for a quick profit. Yeah, so yeah, bear all of that in mind. So yeah, made a bit of money on this, guys, but then got taken out here. To be honest with you, not looking for shorts anymore. Yeah, price has come up, structure has clearly changed, and literally for the last hour, price has again broken these last H1 highs. So for me, leaving this a trade alone now. Okay, but made some profit. Right, guys, so the next trade from yesterday was this, was the pound against the Aussie dollar. We'll finish the review, guys, the recap of yesterday, then we'll start looking at a few of your questions, guys. Okay, so I can see we've got a few questions. Yeah, but we'll look at them after this trade idea, guys. All right, not trade idea, the recap. So pound Aussie dollar, guys, this was a trade that we were looking to take from yesterday, from Tuesday. Okay, and the reasons for taking this, I think we should start with the weekly chart with this one. Okay, so yeah, with this one, guys, the weekly chart is telling you to short. Yeah, it's in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs. It was ranging, okay, and then price broke this range. Okay, breaking these lows here. Okay, and if I extend that zone across, it's no coincidence the price has come down, come back up, and then reacted again at this zone. Okay, that's such Such a common pattern in the market, yeah? What was once support here, yeah, once it breaks, becomes resistance here. All right, so weekly chart was telling us sell, sell, sell. And then if we went down to the day chart, guys, yeah, it's also in a downtrend. Yeah, we had lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, but then prices sort of ranged, okay? But price never broke this last high here, okay? We had a wick leave it, but it closed back inside. So this, for me, this high was never broken on the day chart. And then if we can see here, we've got this bearish candle that formed. And for the last couple of days, we've had these wicks rejecting the zone, this gray zone. Let me zoom in, guys, so you can see that a little bit clearer. Yeah, so we had these highs here were never broken. Yeah, this candle closed back inside. And then we had this candle react at these highs. Okay, and then for the last couple of days, look at these wicks on these candles. Okay, so it's still telling me that price wants to push lower. Okay, so this will still, yeah, be a trade idea for today, guys, all right? But we want to push lower. And we're just trying to take price from our gray zone back down to this blue line here, all right? So that was a trade idea, guys. Let's now look at the H1 to see if our criteria was met. So our day chart, guys, is always why. Why do we long? Why do we short? Or why do we stay the hell out? And then the H1 chart is your how. How am I going to enter this trade? Which is what the gray zones are for. But as you can see, guys, this upper gray zone, not important, didn't come into play. So let's zoom in a little bit. But we had this gray zone, guys, all right? And yeah, like I say, I start looking for trades around this time, yeah, before the, yeah, around the European London Open. And then we get this beautiful candle, okay? So this tells me, yeah, that sellers have taken control. It's come out of our gray zone and then closed back in very aggressively, all right? So we've got a bearish candlestick pattern form in our gray zone. This is how we like to trade. Yeah, simple as that. All right, and then I did get a slight retrace. So I entered around here. Okay, I put my stop around 10 pips above the high. Okay, so this was my stop loss. Yeah, this was my entry. Oh, sorry. Not easy to draw with a pen. I know a mouse pen. I know I say it everywhere. A pen is easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid. But a mouse pen, difficult. All right. So, pound Aussie dollar. Yeah. So like I say, guys, this is the last pair we're going to look at on the recap, and then we'll check out your questions. So, entered here, stop loss here. And my first target. So, to be honest with you guys, I got out here. Yeah, I closed 80% here, okay? Because firstly, I'm seeing this was once resistance, and then when it breaks, this could be support. So I closed 80% here. I got a risk to reward of over 1:1, okay? And then I'm gonna let 20% run, okay? So I've already closed a nice trade, and 80% of it, I'm nicely in profit. The remaining 20%, my stop loss is still here for the remaining 20% as we speak. But it'll be interesting to see what happens here. If I get quite a rejection here, then I will move my stop down to here. Okay? All right? And then I will trail the stop accordingly until it comes down to our blue line, our higher time frame target. All right, guys, but another profitable trade on the pound Aussie dollar. Yeah, nice risk to reward on the first 80%, and I'm still in this for 20%, so we'll see what happens today. Okay, guys, so yeah, so Bitcoin, we didn't have a trade, didn't meet our criteria, but Swiss franc, Japanese yen, and pound Aussie dollar, we made money, guys. Okay, nice. We happy traders when we make money. Okay, and don't be too sad if you don't make money. Don't beat yourself up. It's part of learning. All right, guys, so that's the recap from yesterday. Let's take a look at a few of these questions now. All right. So, okay, thank you, Tony. Appreciate your time and knowledge. You are welcome. Nada, US oil analysis, please. Certainly, madam, or monsieur, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's take a look at oil. Yeah, I did have a look at this morning, okay, and I didn't have a setup. All right, so US oil. Okay, so just oil, basically. This is what everyone trades. So oil, let's do a top-down approach so you can see how I look at the markets. So weekly chart, we're going to start with the weekly chart on US oil. And I remember looking at this the other day. The problem you have here is you have this area here that was once resistance, yeah, now it's come back down, could quite easily be support. All right, so let's draw that grey zone in. Yeah, probably around here like this. Okay, so yeah, let's put our first grey zone in. So I'm seeing this on the weekly chart. That is a potential area for price to react and bounce off of. So that's the weekly chart. If you looked at weekly structure, it is in a downtrend, right? So we had higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high. Remember, guys, my regular subscribers will know this always tells us that price could be breaking down. Sure enough, price breaks down, yeah, breaking these last lows. All right, so we're in a downward structure, but we're hitting into this area of support here, guys, this grey zone. Okay, so that's the weekly chart, that's the weekly view, that's what I'm seeing with this pair, not with this pair, with this commodity. All right, then we go down to the day chart, we leave our grey zone there. All right, so we've got our grey zone, and as you can see, we've had a real push away from this grey zone. Yeah, this was from the weekly chart. Okay, so we're seeing a push away from these lows here. All right, so first of all, I could not short this market. Yeah, first and foremost, I am not willing to short into this commodity. Okay, but what I am seeing, okay, is this. So this clearly here is a potential area of resistance. If price comes back up, this could be an area of resistance here, this new grey zone. Yeah, clearly this was the last high on the daily candle, on the daily chart. All right, so we've got that candle. So I definitely can't look for longs. To be honest with you, I would stay out of this market, but if you insisted that I give you an answer and you set fire to my hair, I don't know. Each week I try and think of unusual things that will make me answer. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, if you set fire to my hair and said, Tom, I will only put it out if you tell me what I'm going to do with oil today, then I would give you this answer. I would buy this pair. Okay, I cannot short into this, support. That's what crazy people do, remember? But I can buy up to this last high. Okay, so I would be willing to do that. All right, if we went down to the H4, let's do the full top-down approach. Yeah, so what I would want to see here, guys, is this. So for me to take a long with this pair, I am now seeing this grey zone. Okay, we're going to have a lot of grey zones in a minute, but then we can pick and choose the ones that are applicable for us. Okay, all right, so we've got another grey zone here because this is the last H4 highs. It's also the last daily highs. Yeah, no, sorry, these were the last daily highs up here. Okay, these are the last H4 highs here. All right, but as you can see, the H4 is clearly in a downtrend. All right, that is a downtrend. So what I would like to see is a break of these H4 highs, retest, then I could come back up and trade up to this last area of resistance here. Okay, so that's what it's looking like on the H4. Let's drop down to the H1 now. All right, and this will be our final Look how big the grey zones look on the H1. Okay, but again, guys, what I would do now is fine tune. So bear it in mind, guys, I'm looking for longs on this pair. Remember, I wouldn't be willing to short it. You've set fire to my hair, so I have to give you an answer. All right, so I would buy this pair. This grey zone, we know it's a weekly grey zone, but not applicable for my trades today. So I would remove it. Okay, this grey zone is still intact. Yeah, this makes sense to me here. And I would also potentially take buys from here. All right, so this would be, yeah, if I was to give you this as a trade idea for today, guys. So this is all the work I do so you don't have to, okay? But it's good for your knowledge. So I would be looking for price to react here, a bullish reaction. I'd take price back up to this high, close 80%, leave 20% to run. Or with oil, I would need price to come all the way back up here, break this, retest, and then come back up to here. All right, guys, so that would be my trade idea for oil. So Nada, I hope that gives you a very in-depth explanation for oil. And guys, just before let me do this, let me slip, can't even speak, too strong this vodka. Yeah, so guys, if you enjoyed the recap and enjoyed the explanation of oil, perhaps you're new to the channel, guys. If you would like to join this channel, Simply Forex, we would love to have you. So if you're interested, please subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Also, we do this every Wednesday, the live stream, and we do daily analysis every day as well. And we also have a wonderful Discord channel. Okay, enough of that. I have to give you this information, guys. My editor beats me if I don't. All right, so yeah, there you go. Right, so let's have a look. Kevin, let's get the likes up to support the channel. Thank you very much, Kev. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the likes up to support the channel. Kev, merci beaucoup. Next one. Fuad, okay, a regular to our channel. Fuad, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, so Fahad got in contact yesterday. He had 4 trades 2 days ago, and all 4 were successful following the trade ideas. Well done, you. But you want to know about the yen pairs. All right, let's take a look at a couple of the yen pairs, guys. I'm just going to pick a few at random. So Canadian yen. Let me just make some room here, guys. Let me just make some room. Okay, so yeah, Canadian yen. Let's pick some at random. Euro yen. Let's look at another one. Pound yen. Okay, and US dollar yen. So let's start with US dollar yen because yeah, this is the main protagonist to what happens to the yen. All right, so US dollar yen. Let's start with this, guys. So again, you'll see with this is very overbought. So first of all, let's start with trend. Yeah, it's clearly in an uptrend. Okay, yeah, clearly. And it's very overbought. Okay, if we went to the weekly chart, excuse me, look at that. Started around here and it's gone up to here. Yeah, so it started around 102.30 and it's now up to 143, 144. Yeah, what a trend that is. Okay, but eventually it's got to find a ceiling. All right, so I would not keep buying this pair because firstly we're seeing this area here. Okay, so this is making a grey zone. Yeah, so this here is holding at the moment. Yeah, so let's get over there. So price come up, hit the grey zone, come up again, and it's kind of holding at the moment. all right? And we're just getting a lot of sideways action. So this could, not saying it will be, but it could become, yeah, the potential for a slight retrace. Yeah, if we start seeing a break of this low here, yeah, we could start looking at shorts. All right, but I definitely wouldn't keep buying this pair. It's so exhausted, and I would need a break in structure to start shorting it. So US dollar, Japanese yen, I would wait for a setup, but I would look for shorts on this pair. Let's go to euro yen as well, guys. So again, yeah, it's, if we look at the weekly chart, you can see price is clearly at these highs. Yeah, here. Let's make it a grey zone, because we're all familiar with the grey zone. Could have picked a more lively color really than grey zones, but there you go. It works nicely with my charts. So yeah, price is in an uptrend, yeah. But now it's this weekly resistance here is holding, okay? So potentially we could look for shorts, all right? If we looked at the day chart, guys, so that was the weekly. If we look at the day chart, again, price is hanging around this zone. It's thinking, do I want to push up more? Yeah, or do I want to come down? Yeah, this is what this market is deciding as we speak. Yeah, it's in a, and again, you can see it's just sort of ranging. Okay, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just staying at this grey zone. All right. But for me, because of that weekly chart, again, if you pulled one of my fingernails out and said you had to trade this pair, a new form of torture, okay, then I would short this pair. But I would only short this pair if we got a break of these lows here. Yeah. If we got a break from here, I think we could potentially take price down to here, this 1,400, this 140 level. Okay, so I'd at least take it down to there. Okay, but that is still a large amount of pips. So what we're seeing here, guys, with yen, I'm seeing, yeah, I'm waiting for yen to tell me that the yen is gathering strength. Okay, I'm waiting for yen strength to happen, and then I can start shorting it. Let's look at one more, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So weekly chart. Okay, this is a different story because it's clearly in an uptrend on the weekly chart. Yeah, so this is slightly different. So clearly in an uptrend, yeah, and it's even broke. This area was holding, yeah, but it's eventually broke. But what I will be looking for, guys, is this. So I'll plot this grey zone, yeah. Again, I just think it's too overbought, guys. So if the weekly, obviously we'll have to wait to the end of the week, but if the weekly candle closes back below this grey zone, yeah, then I would be looking for shorts with this pair as well. For me, I don't know why, but I cannot keep buying this pair, this Canadian yen. Yeah, I'm expecting yen to eventually, yeah, find a ceiling and have some kind of retrace, because that is a crazy trend. All right, but everything on this chart would be telling you buy from this grey zone, to be quite honest. Okay, but if we went down to the day chart, yeah, again, this arguably is a very good zone to buy from. Yeah, yeah, what was once resistance, when it breaks, comes down, becomes support, and we'll take it back up to these highs. So probably with this pair, guys, if you said you had to trade it today, I would look for buys off of the out of this grey zone. Yeah, if I had to. All right, guys. So yeah, that's the Japanese yen. What we're going to do now, guys, I'm just going to show you my trade ideas for today. All right, and then I will take a few more of your questions as well. So first trade idea for today is this. So we're looking at a couple of US dollar pairs today. Okay, the first one is this. So for Wednesday, the 21st of September, this is a trade idea. All right. It is slightly oversold as well. But if we go to the weekly chart, yeah, I still think we have room down to this zone here. Okay. So I think price is ultimately heading down to this zone. Okay. Could take weeks to get there. Could take days. I don't know. All right. But if we're looking at shorts, what I would probably do is we're here now. I would take the next psychological level of 5,800 as our target. Okay. Remember, we're looking to short this pair. Okay. So that's the information I'm looking at on the weekly chart. Okay. It's giving me my target. And also, you know, arguably down here could be a target as well, guys. Yeah. All right. So that is clearly in a downtrend as well. Let's go to the day chart. It's clearly in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then price was potentially finding some support here. Yeah, but then boom, we got this candle instead. Okay, so let me zoom in so you can see that a little bit better, guys. Yeah, so price I was thinking was potentially holding here. Yeah, wanting to close back into this low, but it didn't. Okay, and then price, we got this bearish candle form yesterday. Okay, so like I said, we can take it back down to that 5,800 level that I showed you on the weekly chart. Okay, so the day chart is telling me short this market. Then I'm going to pop down to the H1 chart, and I'm going to see, okay, because it's a little bit messy, let's look at the H4 chart first. So this is the H4. Okay, so my first grey zone, remember, I'm only interested in grey zones where I could short from. Yeah, okay, so this would be it. So this is my first grey zone, and that's the only grey zone I'm seeing on the H4 where I could short from. Then we're going to go down to the H1. Yeah, and that makes sense on the H1. But then also, guys, I'm seeing this. Yeah, this area here are the last H1 highs. Okay, so we've got two grey zones here, guys. All right, so yeah, for my first, like I say, we're trying to short this pair. So first of all, price could come up into this grey zone. Yeah, then we want to see a bearish reaction. We enter the trade. I would probably take 80%. I would probably close 80% here. Yeah, at this 5,900 level. Close 80% and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys, if that doesn't happen, then price could just retrace to here, which is these last H1 highs. Okay, again, we want to see a bearish reaction, then we can enter this pair as well. Remember, you need at least the risk to reward of 1:1. Close 80% when you get that, and then let 20% run. Okay, so New Zealand US dollar, we're looking to short this pair. Next currency pair that we're looking at. So New Zealand US dollar, that's the first trade idea, short. The second trade idea is this. It's the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit further US dollar strength on these two. Euro US dollar, pound US dollar, Aussie dollar US dollar, they were all holding their lows or their highs. So just these two pairs. So US dollar against the Canadian dollar. All right, and I think we can take this pair back up to this psychological level of 3,400, okay, which doesn't give us a lot of room to move into, but it coincides with this zone, this area here. All right, this historic, what was once support and resistance. Okay, so it's quite a conservative target because it's quite overbought. Like the New Zealand US dollar was quite oversold, the US dollar Canadian dollar is quite overbought. So we've got a conservative target, but as we speak, that is still around 30 pips. And 30 pips is fine. We can make enough money with that. All right, so day chart, then I'm going to, sorry guys, let's explain this a little bit better. Yeah, so why am I taking longs? Well, it's quite clear. Yeah, got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Okay, so structure is in an uptrend. All right, and then if we zoom in, we've got this very bullish candle. It's got very little wick at the top, broke the high of this negative candle. Okay, so for all of those reasons, we're just trying to come up to this blue line here. We could do with a little bit of a retrace, all right, to give us more pips to move into. So let's drop down to the H1 chart now. So, yeah, I'm seeing this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing this area here as an important zone for this currency pair. Okay. So it takes into account this high and this high. Okay. Would I go any lower? I'm looking at this, guys. This could be a zone down the bottom here. But the problem with this zone is, let's imagine price has started coming down all the way down to this grey zone here. Arguably, yes, sellers have taken control. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not going to include this lower grey zone. It is a grey zone, price is reacting here. But if price has travelled all this way, for me, sellers are in control. Okay, so I'm going to remove this grey zone. Okay, so we've got the one grey zone, guys. What I want to see is price come down into this grey zone. We want to see a bullish reaction. We enter the trade. We always close at our first target, which is the H1. The H1 high is always our first target. Close 80%, yeah, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, if price starts breaking down out of this grey zone, I'm not interested, guys. I don't like it. All right, but if we get a reaction, we are in. Okay, so US dollar, Canadian dollar long, that's our second trade idea for today. The third one is this. The third and final one is this. This is the pound against the Aussie dollar. So guys, we've been taking nice profits off this all week. Yeah, remember we traded off this candle, took nice profits. Yesterday we traded off this candle, took nice profits, okay? And now we have the potential to trade this again and take nice profits. It's important to mention here, guys, that people sometimes ask me, why don't you just let your trade run on the day chart? Because on the day chart, I wouldn't have these opportunities, yeah? I wouldn't have this opportunity, the first opportunity, the second opportunity, and potentially a third opportunity. I would just still be in this trade, yeah? I wouldn't have taken any profit off the retrace, yeah? So if I just traded the day chart and let my trade run according to the day chart, I would not have been able to take advantage of these retraces, okay? Okay, but yeah, pound Aussie dollar, my grey zones haven't changed really, guys, all right? So yeah, I'm happy to stick with these grey zones, perhaps slightly refine this one. Yeah, okay, probably do that. Okay, so yeah, looking for shorts here, guys, pound Aussie dollar. Sorry, let's go to the day chart to explain why. Okay, so pound Aussie dollar, it's clearly in a downtrend, guys. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then this high here has held, okay? So as long as this high here is holding, we are still in a downtrend, okay? So, yeah, we're in a downtrend. And then at these highs here, not only did we have this reaction, but we also had this reaction. And for the last 2 days, we've been seeing these wicks here. So it just tells me that price wants to come down. All right, so yeah, for all of these reasons, we're still happy to short this pair down to this blue line. Okay, you could even let it run down to this 6,900 level. All right, trail your 20%. So for those reasons, we're looking for shorts. If we go to the H1 chart, which I just slightly refined the grey zones, what we want to see, guys, is price come up into this grey zone. We see a bearish reaction, which we have already. But as always, I will not start trading until the London European Open, where volume comes into the market. Yeah, and it can sustain the move. So want to see price come up into this grey zone, see a bearish reaction. We enter the trade. We close 80% at the last H1 lows, always our first target, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. I'm going to remove this, guys. I'm going to remove this grey zone. If price starts breaking out above this high, not interested. Yeah. So, yeah, we're just going to keep this one grey zone and take price back down to here. Okay, guys, so there are the three trade ideas for today. We've got New Zealand US dollar short, we've got US dollar Canadian dollar long, and we've got pound Aussie dollar short. Okay, let's take a look at the questions. Poppy silver. I don't have the silver charts today. I will load it up, Poppy. Remind me tomorrow. Maybe ask me a question tomorrow on the daily analysis, and I will look at silver for you tomorrow. What do you find? Okay, Poppy, good question. So, false breakouts. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, Poppy. I mean, I don't trade breakouts as such. I just trade price comes into my zone, I get a reaction that I want, and then I enter. But you could argue this was a false breakout, okay? So I'm going to remove my grey zone on this pair. So pound Aussie dollar, okay? Pound Aussie dollar. So let's say, just for argument's sake, just to show you this, Poppy, all right? So let's say this was your zone, yeah? Okay, so let's say, Poppy, at the start of the day, you have plotted this grey zone. And if price breaks this grey zone, you are looking for longs, okay? And to be honest with you, that would be quite a logical thing to do. But because we do our top-down approach, we understand that we were looking for shorts on this pair. But for me, yeah, let's say, yeah, we're looking for a breakout of these highs, okay? And in this candle, we get it. The thing with a breakout for me is, let's say you're trading the H1 breakout, okay? So this candle here, this is your entry candle. It's broken these highs and you're thinking, right, enter the trade, yeah? What you then need to see is a series of H1 candles that keep the momentum. Yeah, all the information you need to know is in the candles. So, yeah, this is your breakout candle. Yeah, okay. But then look at the next candle. Yeah, your momentum has now been killed. All right, so the green candle before it, yeah, you entered, you're thinking, I've got a breakout, this could be a brilliant trade, I could trade it all the way up to here. But then the next candle, this bearish red candle, just says, no, you are not, okay? So for any breakout for me, it has to be followed by positive bullish candles, yeah? For breakouts, basically read the candles, yeah? If you're entering this, yeah, and then you see this, get out of your breakout trade. Price is not breaking out. Yeah, it's doing the opposite. Yeah, bang. Okay. So let's look at another example where a breakout was successful. Also, another point to mention here, Poppy, is this. Yeah. So if this is my grey zone, my stop would be here. Yeah, below the grey zone. It takes into account these highs. So this would be my stop loss, and then this would be my entry. Okay, so that's how I would trade a breakout. Yeah, you need to have your grey zone plotted. Okay, that's how I would trade a breakout. Okay, then let's look at another example. Okay, so this is another example here. So let's say this was your grey zone. Yeah, this was your grey zone. Okay, and as soon as price broke this, yeah, with this candle here, you are looking for longs. All right, so bear in mind, yeah, this candle is your entry candle. So below the grey zone, I would put my stop roughly here. This is my stop loss. Okay. Then we need to start looking at the candles. Okay, so let's really zoom in on this. All right. So entry candle. Next candle, this doesn't tell us, this tells us we can stay in the trade. Then we have the next candle. I would probably be thinking, okay, this is not good, but let's see what happens when price gets back to this. Yeah, because we all know we love this pattern of a breakout, retest, up. Yeah, we love this pattern. Okay, so yeah, this candle I would stay in. This candle I would still be thinking, let it retest this level first. Okay, before I make a decision. Okay, and then we get this candle, and as you can see, this wick has reacted at this zone here. Okay, this grey zone. All right, then this is overnight. I can tell this is overnight. This is just overnight, not a lot happening. Okay, so couldn't make any decisions based on these. These are all dojis, and then bang, we get this candle. Okay, we get another area of a little bit of indecision, but nothing tells me to get out. And then we've got bang, bang, bang. Stay in this breakout. Yeah. So that's how I trade a breakout. Trade the candles. All right. So, and if we carry on up, as you can see, yeah, it carries on up nicely. Okay. And then start asking yourself questions once you see these candles. Okay, is it time to get out? You've probably made your profit up here by that point anyway. But breakouts, read the candles. They tell you everything you need to know. They'll tell you whether to stay in the breakout and continue up or get the hell out. Okay, Poppy, I hope that answers that. Right, guys. So yeah, like I say, guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps support the channel. Don't forget, we do these live streams every Wednesday, and also the Discord channel. Yeah, come and join the Discord channel. Chat with like-minded traders. My editor will be happy with me. Right, guys, what we're going to do now. So, guys, please get your questions in, as many questions as you like. What we're going to do now is look at the news. All right, so this is the news for today. Let me just adjust my seating. Okay, so it's all right, guys. My mouse has stopped working. Live stream, anything can happen. Maybe my computer will smash on the floor. Who knows? Right, guys. So, yeah. So news for Wednesday, the 21st of September, guys. I hope you can see all the news on my screen now. So we're looking for a high rating. We've got a low rating, medium rating, but we're looking for high ratings, guys. And we know there's some big news later. But the first piece of news we're interested in is this. All right. So this is this area here at 7 o'clock London GMT. This is the Mac Daddy, the big kahuna news. All right, so this is the Fed interest rate decision, and they're going to move it by another 75 basis points. Yeah. I feel for you if you have a mortgage that tracks the interest rate at the moment. I do. So, yeah, so the Fed interest rate decision, guys, this is coming out at 7 o'clock. My advice was not be in a trade. This will affect all pairs. Yeah, not just US dollar pairs. This will affect all pairs, and it will make the market go crazy, guys. So, yeah, you might want to close any trade. Maybe you're on a small profit. Take the profit, because if you're trading this news, you can have a lot of whipsaws, and you're just gambling, really. Yeah, because nobody knows what's going to happen. All right, so that's the big news, and then just as volatile, 30 minutes later, we've got the press conference, which looks at the reasons for the interest rate decision. Okay, so that is just as makes the markets just as volatile as the data release itself. Okay, guys, so yeah, must be aware of this coming out at 7:30 London GMT. And then nothing else for the rest of the day, guys. Okay, so that's the news. Yeah, must be aware of that Fed interest rate and then the conference afterwards, guys. Right. Okay, guys, so yeah, we're probably going to call it a day there. Thanks for all your questions, guys. Guys, I hope one day one of you will come on, you will pluck up the courage and come on and talk to me, guys. Yeah, you can ask me as many questions as you like. I'm not that scary, I promise you. Yeah, we can have a chat face to face. Poppy, I will find the silver chart and have a look at that for you another time. Guys, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. If you have, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification, smash the like button. I hope you have a great trading day, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. See you later, guys.